Ongoing legal fight over the integrity of this election is one option for parties to contest the results. But what happens if that lawsuit falls flat in Arizona? As we've seen in other states, what other options would there be for parties to question the outcome? Our Nicole Valdez taking a deeper look at whether Arizona leaders could or would try to change the rules, even going as far as to change our electors to sway the vote in another direction.
Across our nation and our state, an obvious split.
President-elect Joe Biden.
While some celebrate, others up in arms.
The idea that we could have an election and half the country not believe the outcome is a serious matter.
Republican political strategist Stan Barnes.
And I think it's leading to these kinds of discussions about what can and can't be done all the way down to the granular level.
We're already watching the war games unfold. Lawyers heading to at least one Arizona court fighting over votes. But once the final votes are in, the next step, determining which presidential candidate will get Arizona's 11 electoral votes.
There is so much at stake that there is a legitimate discussion about every single possibility under the sun.
Some think of the process as a formality. Each state assigns a different group of electors for each candidate. In Arizona, state law is clear. The candidate that gets the most votes will have their electors vote on December 14th.
In Arizona, the electors who are chosen, not only are they, party activists and party loyalists, but they're also bound by law to vote for the person who won the vote in Arizona.
Tom Collins is the executive director for the Arizona Citizens Clean Elections Commission.
And if they don't do it, then their office of elector is deemed vacant, and they'll be replaced with someone who will do the job as set forth by the legislature.
So influencing those electors into voting for another candidate isn't an option. But there is another.
There is an argument that says under the U.S. Constitution, because it's the legislature that determines how electors are selected, that means the legislature can step in and determine that it will appoint its own electors. Same power also means that the legislature theoretically could scrap that whole system and say, these 11 people are the electors we think should be there. That's who we're having show up on December 14th at the state capitol to cast their ballot for whom we would prefer.
Legally, it's possible to change those rules last second, but how likely?
There's a lot of speculation about a lot of things that could happen. And legally, they might happen, but they haven't happened in the history of the United States.
If you ask Barnes,
the politics of that are all bad and upside down, and would penalize anyone who was ever found to be trying to go there. It's the American people, I don't think, will accept it. The people of Arizona would not accept it. On the scale of things to consider, it's at the bottom. But it's the year 2020, and that list is long, things to consider, and it's on the list.
In Phoenix, Nicole Valdez, ABC 15, Arizona.